What is foreign qualification? So let's start with some basic definitions before discussing foreign qualification. Any filing entity, like an LLC or a corporation, can be categorized as either domestic or a foreign entity. What is the difference between a domestic company and a foreign company? Whether a company is domestic or foreign depends on where the company was formed, not where the company is doing business. For example, let's say that XYZ Corp was formed in New York. XYZ Corp would then be categorized as a domestic entity in the state of New York. Now, let's assume that XYZ Corp wants to expand its business services to Texas. In this example, Texas would categorize XYZ Corp as a foreign company. But XYZ Corp could not do business in Texas until XYZ Corp qualifies as a foreign company. This brings us to a question. What is foreign qualification? If a company wants to do business in a state other than the state it was formed, then the company would have to register with that other state as a foreign entity. This process is known as foreign qualification. So, what should you do to register your company as a foreign entity? I'm glad you asked. It involves a few steps. Let's look at a few of them. Number one, make sure your company name is available in the other state. Generally speaking, a foreign company needs to apply to the other state to conduct business by completing a form. But before completing this form, you need to check if your business name is available in the foreign state. Using our previous example, XYZ Corp, a company registered in New York, needs to confirm with Texas that the name XYZ Corp is available for use. In other words, XYZ Corp needs to make sure that there is not another XYZ Corp in Texas. If the name XYZ Corp is not available in Texas, then XYZ Corp would have to apply for a trade name, or DBA, which is an alternative name for XYZ Corp to conduct business in Texas. So, let's say that XYZ Corp is not able to use the name XYZ Corp in Texas because it's simply not available. Then XYZ Corp might consider a DBA such as XYZ Corp of Texas as an alternative. Step number two, make sure to have a registered agent in the other state. Before you begin doing business in another state, you should secure a registered agent in that other state. A registered agent is a person or company that is physically located within a state and who can accept mail on behalf of your business during normal business hours, usually 9 to 5. Every state requires companies to have a registered agent when a company is registered to do business in that state. If you operate your business in 10 states, well, you're going to need 10 registered agents, one per state. Let's go back to our XYZ Corp example. So, XYZ Corp must have a registered agent on file in New York to legally operate. If XYZ Corp does not intend to operate in any other states, then XYZ Corp will not need a registered agent in any other state aside from New York. However, because XYZ Corp wants to do business in Texas, then XYZ Corp will need to obtain a registered agent in Texas. And you need to hire the registered agent before applying as a foreign company, because you'll have to list the registered agent's information on the formation documents. Step 3, complete and file the application to do business as a foreign company. In the XYZ Corp example, XYZ Corp will have to apply to do business in Texas by completing an application, which can be done online in most states. These applications typically require certain information, such as the home state of the company, the principal address of the company, the registered agent information, and owner information. Once the application is complete, simply file the application with the state and pay the applicable fee. You will have to do this in every state you're operating in outside of your domestic state. So you may be asking, what happens if I don't apply as a foreign company? Well, if you fail to apply as a foreign company properly, then your company may have to pay civil penalties and fees to the state, and your company will not be able to bring or defend itself in a lawsuit. Additionally, a state may penalize your company for filing a late application. Let's summarize this. Starting a business is absolutely exciting. And it's even more exciting when your business grows enough that you want to expand to another state. To make sure your expansion goes smoothly, take care of the fundamental requirements for each state. Once these are in place, you can focus on running your business.